This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, Sefer Daniel, Perek Yud Beis.
Pasuk Tes, right?
We're going to start again from Pasuk Tes. I just want to mention an important idea that Daniel expressed in Perek Yud Beis Pasuk Gimel. He said, "V'hamaskilim yasiru kazayar harakia." The maskilim, those who learn Torah and those who did mitzvos, will shine like the firmament. Umatzdike harabim kakachavim leilam va'ed. And those who make the multitude righteous, those who are mezakes harabim, they will shine forever and ever. It's a very interesting expression. Those who are matzdik the rabbim, just I'm pointing something out from Perek Yud Beis Pasuk Gimel. Those who are matzdik the rabbim, they'll shine forever. As opposed to what? Any mitzvah you do, isn't the reward for netzach netzachim? Isn't always the reward for all eternity? Whenever you put on tefillin, the reward is for eternity. So Rav Chaim Shmulevitz points out, no, lav dafka. Not the reward for every mitzvah is eternal reward. Why? Like this. Let's say a person is accustomed to doing a certain mitzvah, and then he has an opportunity to make $100,000. So he says, you know what? Today I'm not going to do the mitzvah. Today I'm going to go make $100,000. So he's putting a cap on the value of his mitzvah. He's saying, my mitzvah is not worth to me more than $100,000. So you know how much reward he's going to get in Olam Haba? $99,000. Because Hashem is saying, you want me to give you eternal reward? That's not what it's worth to you. You put a cap on the value of your mitzvahs. So the truth is, we can never be sure that for any mitzvah that we do, the reward will be forever. Because sometimes we put a cap on the value of the mitzvah. But if you're matzdik the rabbim, you make someone else do a mitzvah, his mitzvah you never put a cap on. You may have put a cap on your own mitzvah, but you yourself have never undermined the value of his mitzvah. As far as you're concerned, he could do mitzvahs forever and ever and never give them up. So if you make someone else do a mitzvah, the reward for that can never be diminished. That's what the pasuk means. Umatzdike harabim kakachavim la'ilam bad. Okay, let's take a look at pasuk Yud. Really up to pasuk Yud. Yisbararu, it will be clarified. V'yislavnu, it will be whitened. V'yitzarfu rabim, and many will be purified. This could mean the following: that through the process of waiting for Mashiach to come, the bitachon that Klal Yisrael builds up will purify us. We're in Daniel Perek Yud Beis Pasuk Yud. Shiur Rishayim, the wicked will continue to be bad, or they'll continue to intentionally distort the cheshbonos. V'lo yavinu kol risham, the wicked will not understand. V'hamaskilim yavinu. This was a very important expression that Rashi told us. The wise will have a premonition when Mashiach is coming. They'll have an intuition that it's coming. They'll feel it coming. Okay. You ready? You're about to hear the exact time Mashiach is going to come. You ready for that?
This is the third time he's telling.
Yes. And they all fit together. Umeyes husar hatamid. From the day the carbon tamid stopped, which is 6 years before the second Beis Hamikdash was destroyed. So we're talking about the year 62. So let's say 62, right? Common Era.
From 70, right?
Okay. Okay. So from the time the Tamid was removed, Velases Shikot Shaimim, and when they put the mute abomination in the temple, Yamim, how many days? Elef Masayim V'Tishim, 1,290. So we explained that Rashi learns that Yamim refers to years, like Yamim Tia Ge'ulasai. So from the year 62 of the Common Era till 1,290 years later, so what does that take you to? 1352. 1352 Mashiach will come. That is what the simple meaning of the pasuk. Now we know, forget the Rashi, the Ramban passed away in 1270. And the Ramban, we're going to see in our sheets, made a similar prediction. The Ramban made a similar prediction. I have it written down here. The Ramban predicted the year 1358. Why? Because the Ramban held that you start calculating not 6 years earlier, but from the time the second Beis Hamikdash was destroyed. But in any event, we passed that date a couple days ago, right?
When it says in the Eis Husar HaTamid,
Yeah.
Shikutz Shomein,
Mm-hmm.
are we assuming that those two events happen simultaneously?
Right now we're assuming that.
The Tamid,
Yeah.
and they put in the Avodah Zarah, whatever it is they put there, that both happened at the same time? I mean, it could have been two different times.
It could have been. Rashi learns that the way you read it is, they remove the Tamid vilases in order to place. Yeah, but, look, there are myriad ways of reading these psukim, obviously, that we're not clear exactly how to read them. But that's the first date. The first date is 1290, from something to do with when they stopped the carbon Tamid. Now, Pasuk Yud Beis, Ashrei, fortunate, Hamachake is the one who waits, V'yagia, and reaches, Liyamim, the year, Elef, Shloish Meos, Shloishim V'chamisha, the year 1335. 1335. Now, is that the same date we just gave in the previous pasuk? No, we just gave the date 1290, and now we're giving the date 1335. How many years is there between 1290 and 1335? What? 45. So the Ibn Ezra says there's no stira. The first pasuk is talking about days. It's 1290 days. How many days will the carbon Tamid be stopping brought for? 1290, which is 3.5 years. And the second pasuk is giving you the days in terms of years. However, Rashi learns differently. Rashi learns, how do you reconcile the 1290?
He uses the term yamim in both. So that whoever is giving that explanation, it says that yamim in pasuk Yud Aleph means days, and yamim in pasuk Yud Beis means years. Why would that?
Well, it could be that the second pasuk Yud Beis is saying, fortunate is one who reaches days, meaning when those 1290 days are over, and from that time on you start to count Elef Shloishim Chamisha, and it doesn't tell you what the time period of that 1335 is. But it's interesting, Rashi learns like this. Rashi learns there's 45 years of difference between Pasuk Yud Aleph and Pasuk Yud Beis, to which Rashi says, Mashiach will come, he'll then go into hiding for 45 years, and he'll reappear. The same way the original Geula from Mitzrayim. Moshe Rabbeinu was born, and then he went into hiding, and then he came back again. So Kimeitzeischa Me'eretz Mitzrayim Arenu Niflois. The same way the Geula Rishona came about through, it disappeared, it came again. So too the Geula Achrona. Take a look at Rashi. Ashrei Hamachake. Arbaim V'chamei Shanim, 45 years. Noisafim, added. Al Cheshbon Ha'elyon, on the above mentioned Cheshbon, Sha'asid Mashichenu, Lehiskasos. Mashiach is destined to cover himself up. Achar Shenigla, after he's revealed. V'yashav v'yizgala, and he'll reveal himself again. Come to the last pasuk of Sefer Daniel. And now Hashem has instructions for Daniel himself. V'yata, and you. Lech laketz, go to the end. What does that mean, go to the end? Get to the finish line. Means you're going to die. You're not going to see it. Lech laketz.
Like he told Moshe.
You ain't going to see it. You're going to go to Olam Haba. L'gayrolcha. V'sanuach. Daniel.
Oh.
The Navi's, the Malach is addressing Daniel. How old is Daniel?
If Yamim means...
Okay, we'll see.
You're gonna means years, Daniel knows that.
Okay.
He's not going to live for 1400 years.
Well, let's see. You will go to the end. In other words, Rashi says you're going to die. L'gayral v'sanuach, you will rest. Right? In the grave, it's relaxing there. You don't have to do your taxes. There's no stress. except for Gehenna. That's the only thing you have to worry about. V'samoy l'gayralcha, you will get up to your lot, which means you will get up to receive your share with the tzaddikim. L'keitz hayamin, at the end of days. In other words, this is a reference to Tchias HaMesim. And somehow, the way the Ramban learns is that there is a connection between Tchias HaMesim and the Yemos HaMashiach. But like we learned last week, that may not necessarily be the case. Well, where Tchias HaMesim may not coincide with the Yemais HaMashiach. Now, let's just end the Navi with one ha'ara. And that is, we know the word Yaim, is a Yaim masculine or is Yaim feminine? Yaim is Lashon Zachar. So how do you say Yaim in plural?
Yamim.
Yamim. Right? Yamim, not Yamin. Says Rashi, L'keitz hayamin, kamay ba'achas hayamim. Says Rashi, if you look in the Messiah is a precise tradition of how words are pronounced. The Messiah says this is one of the exceptions to the rule, where even though it should say Yamim, nevertheless it's written Yamin with a nun, That's our tradition. That's a Torah Shabbat Peh. That you write it Keitz Hayamin, but it means days. However, the Medrash Shneicha says a little differently. The Medrash says like this. We say, so to speak, K'viyachal, the right hand of God and the left hand of God. The left hand of God represents the normal order of the world, nature. The right hand is God's ability to override nature. Like we say, the strength in running the world is in your hand, your left hand. But the gevura, to override that, is in your right hand. It says in Eicha, in Perek Beis, it says like this: Heishiv Yeminai Achar Mipnei Oyev. When the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, God took his right hand, he withdrew his right hand, and he put it behind him because of the enemy. But when Mashiach comes, God will return what? The right arm. L'keitz hayamin, to the end of the right hand, when the right hand will reappear. That's why in Shemona Esrei we say, Hoshia Yemincha Ba'aneni. Save me with your right hand. Same with the right hand represents God's ability to perform miracles. We should all be zaycha to see the fruition of all the nevuos of Sefer Daniel.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.